Hey everyone. Today I want to showcase how to update critical content while on a deadline using the Kontent.ai agent. So let's say we're close to launching the Karma Health site in the US. And upon my review, I noticed that we have the emergency line for Europe instead of 911, which is the emergency line in the USA. Even worse, when I click on this content, I notice that whoever implemented it is using a single use inline component, and that suggests to me that they're not using linked content and reusing this emergency content across the site, which also suggests that there might be other places in the implementation that has this incorrect 112 versus 911. Instead of panicking, I'm going to jump over to the AI agent. I'm just going to put in a prompt that says there are disclaimers throughout this project in ENUS language that reference 112 for emergency numbers. Find that content, then replace 112 with 911 in the disclaimers. Now, I'm specific about the locale here in the Kontent.ai instance because I might have like ENGB or other European locales where 112 is the correct emergency line, and I don't want the agent to overwrite that. Just like any action that the agent does, it's not going to touch my published content, so that can put your mind at ease. If it needs to create a new draft of something, it will before it makes the change. It won't just go through and start changing all instances of 112 across the project and any published content. So my content is safe. So it worked pretty quickly. Found 4 content items that contain 112, and it's going to reference them here. Emergency line, emergency number, and it even says University Landing has a component, which we saw in my first screen, that has please dial 112 for emergencies. So now it's going to take these references to these content items and components, and it's going to replace 112 with 911. It's working on the University Landing page first, so taking on that component. When that finishes, we can go check it out. But what's nice about this is it's saving me a lot of manual clicks using the search filters, maybe even trying to tackle this programmatically and scraping the site for instances of 112 after the fact. We've done diligence, we've caught this in advance, and we're setting the agent off to go do the heavy lifting for us. What's also nice is if this takes a while, I can go work on other parts of my review in another tab while this takes care of the 112 issue. So let's say I had articles that needed to be reviewed before we go live, or I had concerns about other notifications or other disclaimers. I could start hunting those down. So the agent is working in parallel with me and making this critical content updated quickly, effectively, not taking effort from my time and taking time out of my day. So now it's updating the final item. While it's doing that, let's actually go check out that University Landing. See that that was updated appropriately. And we can see right here that disclaimer, which was originally 112, is now 911. Let's go ahead and preview that. Please dial 911 for emergencies. So that worked out nicely. The agent's still working on that final item. And it looks like it is a little more complicated because it has a component with 112 in it, and 112 is also mentioned in the body text. All right, so it successfully updated all the disclaimers throughout the project. It found 4 content items. We knew that from earlier. And it's actually reporting back on what it changed. Call 112 to call 911. Gives me the full strings and lines. And it says all disclaimers and references have been successfully updated. Let's just go make sure. I know that we have some linked items, which are emergency number and emergency line. We'll take a look at emergency number. I don't have preview set up for it. We can see call 911. That's excellent. We can see that the emergency number is used in another article called Smart Health Tech. And This just shows in reference to that emergency number linked item. So that's it. We saw a critical piece of content that needed to be updated before go live. We were able to use the agent to find instances of that incorrect content and have the agent update it in a timely fashion. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching.